American YouTuber Johnny Somali, who has caused an uproar in South Korea with his outrageous act. During his travel in Korea over the past month, the American live streamer uploaded a video of himself.
My only question is simply, why? Why would you do it? Hey everybody, welcome back to a new video. Now today is gonna be, you already saw the thumbnail. You can probably guess what I'm going to talk about. I have literally, I'm confused, disappointed. Actually, I'm kind of not shocked about this creature that we're going to talk about today, or I'm going to talk about today, Mr. Johnny Somali, an influencing content creator, whatever he wants to call himself, who can potentially make content creation very hard for a lot of people. And for those who thinking like, Joshua, this isn't travel content, it has a lot to do with the travel community, because you can see around the world that different cafes and different locations are really starting to ban a number of tours to a specific destination, or they really don't want travel influencers in those destinations because sometimes it wreaks havoc, it causes problems. Look at Japan. Japan is literally starting to limit the people that climb Mount Fuji, limit the people who are in that Kyoto area where you see a lot of the geishas, because they're not being respectful of the culture. They're just trying to do it for their content. This situation with this creature, Mr. Johnny Somali, has a lot to do with travel content and just content creators or influencers. So let's go ahead and get into it. Mr. Johnny Somali, I think he arrived maybe a couple weeks ago, and since his arrival, this man has caused chaos on so many different levels. I don't know how you can get an entire country to hate you that quickly. So basically there is this statue, and I believe the statue is called Woman of Peace. Please correct me in the comments if I've said it incorrectly. And the statue represents Korean women, let's be specific, Korean women who were wrongfully sexually assaulted by Japanese military men, and it should be respected at all times. But Mr. Johnny Somali thought it would be a great idea to dance for this statue and put baby oil all over his body. He decided to do things that were going to really anger a group of people, and he was successful at it. He's been assaulted on many different occasions here in South Korea, and he has caused trouble for himself where now he cannot even leave South Korea because of the disrespect that he's just been displaying around this country. It really does give a bad name to American tourists and people who have dark complexions, which I'm going to get on that as well. I'm going to talk about that, but that's not the point of this particular section here. It's really to just explain why he has received the backlash that he has received thus far. The most recent incident that was caught on the news is when
어디가? 어? 어디가?
Don't touch my shoe.
어디가?
Don't touch the video.
어?
Huh?
소말리 어디가?
Yes, sir.
어디 가냐고?
You guys follow the grid and listen to you.
어디가?
어디가? What you mean? 어디가?
어디가?
What is 어디가? Oh. Yo.
that particular incident is where his passport was taken. He was also charged with a number of crimes against Korea, and now he's banned from leaving. So he's not dipping and dodging his way out of the issues that he has now created. Consequently, this situation has created some discord online. Some things being said to which I don't agree with. I understand your anger, but the way some of the responses, I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with, and I do believe other people don't agree with too. Let's kind of briefly break down Johnny Somali. So his dad is Somalian and his mother is Ethiopian, excuse me. So they are in East Africa, I believe so. So he is of African descent, and I believe his particular story is that his parents, they ended up moving to America, and then he was born in America. This would make him what we call in America a first generation American, but he's a first generation African. Okay. There is a difference between a black American and really an African American. And for those who do not fit in either category, you probably would say that's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It really isn't. The way we live, our belief systems, what we eat, how we dress are completely different. There's a whole history behind that, which I'm not getting into because this video is about one creature disrespecting South Korea. But there is a difference. The discord that I'm getting to online is that he himself has said that, you know, he's black, like he's black. I've seen him several times in most videos. And if he had friends around him that weren't as ignorant as him, they would quickly correct him, like, bruh, you're not black. Like, you're an African, but you're not black. The problem that I'm seeing here online is the use of the N-word being so loose in a lot of people's mouths who are not black. And I know you're probably gonna be like, oh, he said this, he said, you know, like to the Japanese people who kept repeating Hiroshima, Nagasaki, which again could be a whole nother video, and I can understand why the Japanese people would be upset. And he said a lot of things about Korean, calling them like Japanese and Chinese, which is very, very prejudiced. He should not say those things to Korean people because, again, I don't understand the full history, but I understand why they would not want to be called that. However, for everyone else just loosely using the N-word online and supporting a reply back in that way, I don't agree with it. To just throw these words out there online, it's it kind of shows like who some of y'all are, or the mentality of a lot of people. And again, everyone can be like, well, he said this, he said that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it. 100%. However, we should not weaponize racial and prejudice terms against one another to get under the other's skin. Now, my people in America, which you can find online, tons of videos, when you usually call someone who is black, a black American, the N-word, most of the time we don't even say anything. We just start whipping your ass. And let me explain why we do that. We start fighting not because you called us that. It's because you thought you could say it and wasn't nothing going to happen to you.
That was started by them, and
it is. But I mean, calling Korean people Chinese is like more ignorant, and then saying that like your face is like really black.
No,
that's
fuck
like
that.
Pretty racist.
No, fuck that. You're just apologizing for black people.
Nope, I'm not apologizing for anything. I'm saying there's a distinction between
No,
two
you are.
different
There
types
is
of
no
things.
distinction.
There is
You're
a
racist.
distinction.
You're a racist fucktard, and they know it. By saying that it was ignorance, that's actually being racist.
No.
That's actually saying you don't give them enough agency to know that they know what the fuck they're doing.
Right, but I'm saying on levels of racism,
you
that
are
is more
saying that
on
they
the
are too
ignorant
stupid
side.
to know that they are racist.
Nope, never said that. I said
that's exactly what you're saying. You are the one that is actually giving them less
it's like
agency
a
by
slap
saying
in
that
the face
that
versus
is ignorant.
stabbing
No,
someone.
fuck that.
anyway, I don't condone what the Korean man said.
No, it was disgusting.
I would never use those terms, but I can understand where he's coming from.
I
although
don't.
I don't approve it.
I don't.
No, I understand where it's coming from. Doesn't mean I approve
You
it.
can say as many racist things to me. I will never say anything racist back to you.
Okay.
It's not a cause and effect. You're either racist or you're not.
We don't need to even throw back another, derogatory term. We don't do it. We just start fighting. We're going to start fighting. However, I will say I don't agree to people throwing back racial terms to each other. No, I think at the end of the day, I'll just call both of you racist and prejudiced. That's what I would do. And I'm going to talk about this one thing when it comes on Johnny Somali pretending to be black. Yeah, and I'm going to say pretending to. Yeah, he identifies as black, but bro, you ain't black. If you ever see this video, you're not black. And you already know in America, you would already been checked on calling yourself black. I don't care about your skin color. I don't. So if you be going around in these countries and telling people, oh, you black, you throwing the black card, man, if I was your friend, I would have definitely checked you. And you ignorant too, for just because you have the skin color, you're like, oh, I'm black, you try to use the black card. Man, get out of here. Ignorant too. I think it's actually worse than that. You know, another reason why I don't like the whole "oh, I'm black" situation. You were hanging out with a Korean guy who back in America pretending to be a Nazi using the Confederate flag. Like, any black person in America will be like, what? See, that's another reason I say it. It ain't black. What was that Rachel woman who identified as black and she wasn't even black? So people don't go out misidentifying themselves? People misidentify themselves a lot these days. A lot. Okay? So I don't care what he said. I don't. Why this creates a problem for the travel community, again, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, these issues that keep arising when you know, content creators, tourists, influencers, whatever category you fall under, when you create these problems, you know, places, they begin to be resistant on allowing these people to come in. And it's bad because a lot of people really trash talk America. They think we're very, very entitled, which we really are not entitled. We really aren't. I don't care what nobody says. You know what? There's a group of people who I feel like they are entitled. I'm not going to point you out. You probably already know. I am not an entitled tourist. I do expect a little kindness. I do. But other than that, that's all. But it just puts a bad... People already hate America. Okay? In a lot of places. Like, so much trash talking about America. For this creature to go into multiple different countries and cause a ruckus, you know, it just puts even more of a bad taste in people's mouths. You know, my friend, you know, her dad was like, he told her to tread lightly because we know there are many cases of misdirected anger where someone else gets the consequences of another person's actions just because you look alike. Just because, I didn't even say look alike, retract. Just because your skin is similar. We saw that with COVID, where, especially in America, where people of Asian descent was attacked because they started COVID. Like how, when they were living in America the whole time and the virus started going around, anger has really been misdirected and other people have become victims for no reason at all. So this is why this really impacts the travel community and me, myself. I think the first way to solve the problem, this particular issue, it starts really at like the social media owners level. You know, the Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you're going live at. If you're creating this type of content, your page just needs to be shut down immediately. Just shut it down. Demonetize, shut down, deactivate, all that. You shouldn't even be allowed to even create new content. And if you try to make another page, automatically shut down. Don't support people who create content like this. Because if you actually look at the videos that have been uploaded online, for example, the video of him dancing, putting oil over his body, the people watching were actually like, oh, do this, do that. They were condoning the behavior. Why would you take part in that? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you support, enable that behavior? Are you serious? Something wrong with you too. You ain't as bad. You're not as bad as him, but there's definitely something wrong with you too. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, but thank you guys so much for watching my video. I had to put my 2 cents out there and put that on YouTube. Thank you again for watching my video. I will see you guys next time in a new video.
나는 조마오 죄송합니다. I was not aware of the significance of the statue. You know what I mean? It was just entertainment for my audience. My intention in coming to Korea was not to cause this kind of storm. My intention was to come here, do my live streams, make content, and be funny. So to all the people of South Korea, I just want to apologize for what I've done, and I really did not mean to hurt your guys' pride this much. And I will no longer talk about your statue or touch it ever again. I hope that I can live in peace here in South Korea.
Don't believe that shit. He literally said, I'm sorry I hurt y'all pride. For those who don't understand English, he don't care. He doesn't care. The whole apology was a lie. It was all a lie. That man is a creature. I really want to tell y'all to just dog walk his ass when y'all see him, but I can't do that. I cannot promote violence. Even though I just said it, I won't take it back and I won't cut it out the video. And I hope y'all banned him from this country. I'm sorry Koreans even had to experience somebody like him. He still got a Discord? You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Bye.